13 here, and welcome back to Syberia. And for right now, it looks like we're gonna get off the train.
At the halls of residence of Barockstadt University.
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for then? Wind them up, find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate Walker.
I guess we'd better find out then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp.
Alright.
Oscar, see you later.
In a while, Kate Walker.
Oh man, that was pretty cool, Oscar. Okay, so for right now, we gotta go ahead and find out another wind-up thingy. Okay, so here we go. We gotta go ahead and find this. We gotta find a wind-up thingy. And so for right now, I think we gotta go this way. Is it this way? No, I think it's the other way. Sometimes I forget my bearings. It should be this way. Can I lower down my headset volume? Ah, here I go. Right, this is exactly where I need to go. Through this door. Okay, here we go. So it looks like we're in the University of Barockstadt. Something like that. I'm not sure how to say that name. This should be it?
No, it's locked.
Okay, darn it, it's locked. Oh, great. Okay, so it looks like is that we're gonna be stuck here in the station until I figure out what to do. Okay, what's this? Something I can do with this?
It's broken.
Oh, okay, this thing's broken too. It looks like I need to go ahead and find a key, so I might need to come back here at a later time. So for right now, I say go through this door. That door looks open. Oh,
Nope,
darn it.
It's locked.
Okay, so it looks like that door is closed. Okay, can I go across this? No, it looks a bit dangerous. Let's try this way. There must be someone in this station that can help me out. Could this door be the way or this way? Okay, let's go check down this way. Here we go. Going down here, as we're going to go ahead and do a little exploring to know what to do. Oh man, that does look like some kind of cool looking university. Well, something must have happened here. Well, from what I saw in the game,
That thing looks like the winding machine I used in the Valladolid station. I've got to find a way of getting the train up here.
okay, let's go and go up ahead. Okay, so there's a winding up train thing. So it is that we need to go ahead and pull the train somehow to get on through. Okay, so is there anything I can do? Okay, it looks like there's no one here, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so it looks like we found the train wind-up thing, so I'm guessing that we're gonna have to tell Oscar that we found one. Love the music so far, it's awesome. Okay, we're doing it. Okay, time to go ahead and visit Oscar, since we got the idea of, since we know where to find a train wind-up thingy.
Kate Walker! Kate Walker! Come over here, please! I have something to say to you!
Okay, Oscar. Okay, I guess that's where we need to go the whole time. But silly me. But silly me, it has been years since the last time I played this game that I have no idea what I'm doing. What is it, Oscar?
Yes, Oscar, what is it?
A message has arrived for you.
A message?
You have been summoned to see the rectors. They are the highest authority at the university. They want to talk to you.
Talk to me?
Yes, to the person responsible for the train.
So, I'm in charge now, sure, okay. But why would these gentlemen want to see me at all?
They do not say why, just that it's very important.
Okay, so it looks like it's that these five gentlemen summoned her. Which way do I need to go? Just go ahead and try it this way. Maybe you can go ahead and get out of here. Make it out of this frickin' station. Should be out this way. Okay, so we found out the train. Yep, the door's open now. Okay, I thought the station was like where they keep the prisoners and stuff. You never know. Oh man, this station must have seen better times. But I forgot this place. I mean, the game's architecture was actually based on the former Soviet Union. So there's going to be a whole lot of history references and stuff, which is totally awesome with me. Okay, so it looks like it wants. Okay, we have an invitation to see the rectors. Do I need to go and talk to him? He could be a guard. He might not be able to let me in.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure looking mighty fine. Love those big, round eyes.
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, he's spunky. I like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me.
Oh. Oh, man. Man, that guy is a smooth talker, alright. Okay, so it looks like we gotta go ahead and see the rectors. Okay, the rectors must be this way? Let's try this way. Oh, there's an elevator. We need to get to that. Okay, so this must be the rector's room, judging by how it's red. And oh, this is the library. We don't want the library. We want the rector's room. You gotta find the rector's room. Is this it? This could be it. Yes, those look like the rectors to me.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
That's not
This matter
deviant, the
really
train
is
stuff.
cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
Okay, looking for Hans.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that, but bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
Okay. Need to get some
Can
help.
you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Okay. Mission.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as rectors of this university and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
A bird.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited.
It contains...
Do you remember Alexander Valenbois?
Abs.
Oh,
I think that's about it. Let's see here. Train?
Excuse me.
Indeed.
a train should...
I haven't introduced my...
Walker, haven't we already had a miss?
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat this June 68 exams.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse.
Tradition, young lady.
Okay, I think that's it.
Here
Okay.
we are, busy.
Already?
Thank you.
And thank...
Okay, I think that was it. Okay, so I'm guessing we have free reigns to look around the university and stuff. Okay, sorry if... maybe I should have skipped all that stuff, but... I thought some of you all might be interested in reading. But anyways, okay, let's see here. So I am guessing is that... we gotta figure out on how to get the train all the way up to that windy thing. There's a door over here, but then there's this guy over here. Let's see about this guy.
Excuse me. Sir,
Yes,
I am sorry.
this young mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic.
Yes.
What do you mean? You don't know? Well, you don't.
Hans
To tell
Vorlberg.
you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as...
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name.
Vorlberg. Hans...
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about...
He was always a mystery to me. He never...
a doll?
Yes, he kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a mount. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confusing.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mount, and that tribe is the Yukols.
Have you considered that Hans Vorlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his...
No, that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent a story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Okay, so this is cool. Okay, then I need some help. Okay, gotta get some
What
help.
would you say about seeing Hans Vorlberg?
Young lady, you are very kind.
Mission?
Please do excuse my persistence, Professor. But did Hans...
No.
Pity.
When I think of Hans, I'm always reminded of a mystic.
Well, we got that mammoth doll. Do I need to go back to the train and give him the mammoth doll at some point? Maybe. Maybe not.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down. Regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh, no. I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is actually an automaton. I am sorry. All this probably sounds very strange.
A clockwork train, driven by an automaton. I once knew a man long ago who could have invented such a train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square. To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget. He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was also almost a child. It was as if his mental and physical evolution had definitively halted at the age of 10. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. Huh?
Yes.
Oh,
I think I
about
can
to
believe
say.
that. At least I'm beginning to.
Bird.
My train stopped in a peculiar...
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject.
Are there? Can...
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so it looks like we gotta head on over to the library. So again, it looks like we gotta head on over to the library to find out the,
No point.
Okay, so it looks like we might need to head on over to the library and find out what we can about about those birds in the train station.
No point.
Okay, no point, it's locked. Okay, so at least we know one thing for sure. Head up here. We're gonna head on over to the library. Okay, let's see. Median Ami. Guess we gotta head down here. Okay, it looks like there's some students here, but it looks like I can't talk to any of them except for this guy.
Excuse me. Can I disturb you?
No,
You could be a little bit...
keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires...
Excuse me. Can I...
No,
You could...
keep...
Okay, so it looks like it's that... Oh, wait a minute. I see something. Can I grab it? Yes! Okay. Okay, here we go. Amazons, the memories of an expedition. Okay, here we go. This is the bird. Okay, let's see. Subspecies. Well, let's see. Amazon of one of the most region's most brightly colored species. Here you go. Habitat and food. They're typically move in isolated and denser areas of the Amazon forest. It's variant. Let's see here. Explore nevertheless to lower branches and search for forest sangrian grapes. Oh, okay, so it looks like you gotta find grapes. Okay. Okay, so I found out is that I need to go ahead and get some kind of Amazon grapes. So, okay, I might need to head on back on over to the train station and maybe get that mammoth doll that the guy must be so interested in seeing. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, I might need to head back. Okay, now it looks like I got a phone call.
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barkstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Morrison.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
Good gosh, man. Good gosh, Mr. Marston. It's about as good. Can I take this mammoth doll? Yes, I can. I knew it. Okay, I gotta go back to that scientist guy. He might be able to help me out once he sees the mammoth doll that Hans was so bragging about. Okay, so at least I know one thing for sure is that we're going to need is a special kind of grape. The Forest Sirenian grape. We do that, and we get the bird to stop pestering poor Kate. Alright, let's head over here. Here we go. Gotta head back on over to that scientist guy. Maybe he'll give me some oil. I don't know. That would have been awesome if we can find some oil. Okay, let's go. Keep down this way. Down this way. Here we go. Yep, I knew it. I had a feeling of that.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end. You have my word.
Okay. He must be loving the mammoths. Oh, now we can go inside the laboratory. Okay, cool. Now I can go inside. Okay, now I can go inside the laboratory. Okay, time to find some oil. Gotta find some oil or something. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, another cylinder. Okay, so looks like we gotta head on back on over to the train. Anything else? Looks like there is something else. I'm gonna click everywhere so I don't miss anything. Oh. I don't see anything here. Okay, but it looks like, let's see here. There must be something else. Okay, there's a microscope over here I could possibly use. But do I have anything? Oh, wait a minute, what's this?
I don't need that for the time being.
What is that? I don't know, but it looks like I might need it.
I don't need that for the time being.
Okay, we got tongs. So... it's something to deal with tongs. Oh, we got something to deal with tongs. Oh. I need to borrow... let's see. What's that? Can I borrow something?
I don't need that for the time being.
Oh, you... okay. Okay, looks like he needs to take time to study, so for right now, let's go ahead and get the frick out of here. Okay, now we got ourselves another voice cylinder, which means... is it a voice cylinder? Yep, it is, so it looks like we definitely gotta head on back on over to the train. Okay. It's 38 minutes into the video and I still haven't got that far. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some editing to cut a few parts. I mean, to cut some of the running around and stuff kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, so for right now, let's head on over to the Bartastock. Yeah, I gotta head on back and over to the train. Then we gotta go ahead and use the voice cylinder. And maybe something cool will happen. Okay, so here we go. Going back into the train. Voice cylinder. Let's take a look.
Hans, I have some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
Oh man. Well, Hans is definitely a very smart guy for creating this helping to create this frickin' train. Oh man. This is sad right now. Man. Well, anyways, it looks like it's about to reach 40 minutes into the video. Perhaps it's going to be a bit more shorter, but that is just it's going to be a bit more shorter for you all, but that is just because that I'm editing, cutting out a few parts here and there, and hopefully that you all don't mind. I'm trying my best to make sure that these videos are not becoming too long, because if I were to unedit the videos, then the video would definitely be about 41 minute video. I'm hoping that you'll have a good time. And I'll see you again next time. Take care of yourselves, everybody. The doors are locked. So there must be someone here in the station that can help me out. Okay, or at least something, maybe to get someone's attention. But I'm guessing the station was locked because no one came in or out of the station. Yeah, that's my opinion anyway, so we're gonna have to go ahead and take a look around. We might need to go ahead and wind up the train. Let's go ahead and try it this way. The train winding up thingy should be up ahead this way. Oh, I see a ladder. I see birds. Do I do something with the birds? Oh, I mean, these are aggressive birds. Yeah, so it won't let me go up the ladder because these are aggressive birds. So, oh, there must be something I can do. Okay, let's go up this way. We might be able to find someone. Or like something.